There is no way we finish this decade without China trying to do something about Taiwan. We should stop pretending that we're not headed towards something there. We are.
Everybody thinks it's going to happen. The only difference of opinion is when it's going to happen.
For without deterrence, you will invite aggression, and this administration has always projected weakness, not strength.
A Fox News alert. Republicans are calling for the Biden administration to take action to prevent a looming Chinese invasion of Taiwan before it's too late, as the Taiwanese ministry claims Beijing's warplanes and ships remain close to the island.
It comes as 65% of Americans say they do not have confidence in President Biden's ability to deal with China. South Carolina Congresswoman Nancy Mace is on the House Oversight and Reform Committee and joins us now. Congresswoman, thank you for being with us this morning. You know, I understand that Republicans want the Biden administration to step in with this, but does Biden even making that phone call to Xi Jinping to try and de-escalate this situation, does it carry any weight with him?
Well, America doesn't believe in the Biden administration right now, especially after our exit from Afghanistan. But what the president needs to do sooner rather than later is show the American people that he is not bought and paid for by China. And when, it's not a matter of if, but it's a matter of when China invades Taiwan. Taiwan doesn't have a week to wait before the Biden administration makes a decision like they did on the spy balloon. And our allies in Japan and Korea, they're going to be counting on us. And what are we going to do? No one knows at this juncture.
I just think that number is staggering. How concerning is it to you that more than half of the nation, regardless of what you think about President Biden, but more than half the nation doesn't think our commander-in-chief can be the commander-in-chief when it comes to the Chinese?
And on something where our national security with our friends, allies, and partners around the world is such at stake right now. And after we all witnessed the debacle in Afghanistan and how we exited from Afghanistan, we have constantly projected weakness on the world stage. And I'll have to tell you, the divisions we have in our country politically also don't help. And that's something we have to be cognizant of to project strength and to project unity on the world stage. And look, Japan they're over there. They're part of the tip of the spear. And if China invades Taiwan, they're very concerned, I can tell you. I've been over the Indo-Pacific region. They're very concerned about how we're going to react and how we can support the region when it happens.
Meantime, administration officials are opening up about just how damning that massive U.S. intelligence leak is. Some saying that it's bigger than Snowden, some comparing it to the WikiLeaks. I mean, is that what you're comparing it to?
It is what we have seen and heard, and the administration literally has no answers. And so if they can't keep our top secrets safe, then how can they keep us safe? I mean, this is just another example of us projecting weakness out there, and no one has any answers. It's like the leak of Roe v. Wade. Nobody has any answers on who, what, how, when, or where. We've got to do better for the American people.
Do you think we'll ever know how truly damaging this leak was?
I think time will tell. I mean, they're still sifting through the information that's just out there on the internet and on social media. It's a lot of data. It's going to take a lot of resources to figure out what leak happened, where it came from, and all the information that's out there today. And spilling our secrets on Ukraine right now, this is a really terrible thing that's happened at this juncture.
And I want to go to this. You and other South Carolina lawmakers are fighting to save Parris Island as the Marine Corps considers moving the training facility over climate change. So tell us about your efforts and tell us why it's so important to keep it intact where it is.
Right. We make Marines in Beaufort, South Carolina. We're very proud of that. As a state in South Carolina, we produce more soldiers than just about any other state in any of the armed services right now. And we're working with Senators Lindsey Graham and Tim Scott to make sure that we continue to make Marines for decades and years to come. We're very proud of that effort. It's a huge economic part in our system here in South Carolina, and we do a great job. We do it all in one place, and we don't want to do it we don't want it to be changed because of climate. We've combated climate with resiliency in Parris Island. I've witnessed it, I've seen it, I've toured the base multiple times, and we're really proud of what they've done for the environment, for climate, and we want to continue to make Marines for decades to come.
Just quickly, what would this mean to the South Carolina economy if this went away?
It's over 6,000 jobs and about $800 million to our economy right now. Wow. And I was in Charleston. I grew up in Charleston. And I saw what happened when we shut down one of our naval weapons stations decades ago.
It destroys the community.
Yeah,
it destroys. Congresswoman Nancy Mace, thank you for joining us.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.